Alright, today I have a topic, and I'm going to talk about two things. Well, I'm going to talk about the topic, and then I'm going to talk about something else that has to do with the topic, but I guess I'll just start. Today's topic is suicide, and it's pretty obvious. It's controversial whether people should do it or not, and, well, people are going to do it anyways. There's no way that we are going to, well, there are ways to help people from not doing it, but it's going to happen. It's not controversial. It's happening, and well, basically, the first thing is I do not give sympathy for people who kill themselves. I'm sorry, but there are ways to get out of it, and there are ways to not. Oh my god, I'm gonna punch a child. My phone keeps going off, and I'm sorry. But there are ways to get around suicide. There are ways to help yourself, and that will be the second thing I'm gonna talk about. My phone's still going off. Well, suicide is not funny or anything like that. I mean, people joke about Amanda Todd, and I made a rant on her, and I think herself is she's stupid. She did it to herself. She brought upon the flashing of the other guys, whatever. She brought it upon herself, and I'm gonna talk about that and depression too. I'm gonna talk about bullying and depression. But I guess I'll start with bullying. And depression kind of goes with it, so I guess I'm just going to talk about both of them. Bullying, as everyone knows, is the put-downs and all that stuff. But what people don't understand, the people who are getting bullied, what they don't understand is you as a person have to make other people's words mean something to you. Like, if someone comes up to me and calls me fat, why do I care what they have to say? It's not them that you should be worried about, it's yourself. I know I'm fat. I could lose a couple pounds, but I don't care. Like, it's not that I don't care for my own health, I don't care that people talk about it or talk badly about me. I have more important things to worry about than people talking about me. When you get bullied, there are ways to avoid it. You can avoid the person, or even get help. You could have someone like make sure that that person doesn't talk to you. Like if you're at school, you could talk to the superintendent or the principal. And that sounds like you're ratting out, but when you really have a problem, you should go to them. And as much as I, being the person that I am, do not like help from a superintendent or a principal or anyone like that, but when it comes to it and you absolutely need help, you should go to them. You shouldn't let yourself get hurt like that. But that's also part of the part where I talk about you should not make meaning to other people's words unless that person absolutely means everything to you, or even if that person doesn't mean everything to you, but it means a lot to you, like friends, close friends. For example, if my best friend came up to me and said, "Hey man, you should probably lose some pounds," I'd say, "Alright, let's go hit the gym," or let's go for a run, or something like that. Those are the kinds of things that should mean something to you. And bullying is not as big of a deal as people make it, but at the same time it is, because people are out there taking other people's words and making them mean so much to them. And if you're a little weird, or you're a little odd, or you listen to weird music and you're not like everyone else, who cares? That is the number one thing I say to the people who tell me they're getting bullied. Who cares about what other people think about you? And that's all there should be. And I know that a lot of people don't think like that, and there's ways to avoid it. You cannot You can avoid that person. And the point is, even though you can avoid it, people shouldn't put you down just to make you feel bad. Now, if someone said something to you, I can understand you saying something. But if you're going up to someone and making them feel bad on purpose, then there's a problem. But the thing is it shouldn't even get to that. Just because you have problems doesn't mean you have to make other people have problems. I guess that's part of it. And depression, I know depression can cause suicidal thoughts and things like that, but everyone has depression. I have depression at times. I know tons of people who are depressed, and what you need is not suicide. Suicide is never the answer. There are ways to get help, and suicide is, I'm going to repeat that 100 times. Suicide is not the answer. That, I cannot stress that enough. You shouldn't have to take your own life because someone else makes you feel bad, or you feel bad about yourself. And yes, it matters what you think about yourself. It does matter. But you shouldn't care what other people tell you about yourself. You should make those decisions for yourself. Now, that being said, even having one good friend can help depression. One good friend can help depression. And saying that and talking for 6 minutes and 53 seconds, I'm going to talk about something that I stumbled upon today. A few of you might know him, and a few of you might not know that you know him. There is a Facebook page called Cell, and there's, I don't even know how many likes he has now and how many followers. I started following that page when it had 3,000 likes, and now he is like, I think he's almost at 300,000. So I've even added Carl as a friend, but I'll get to that. Cell, he posts funny pictures and morbid humor, so things that are controversial and rude and mean. And he is a wonderful guy. Carl Sherburne, the main admin, is a wonderful guy. And he is doing this thing, it's a movement, if you will. It's a movement called You Are Not Alone. And I'm going to tell you about that, and you're all going to listen because you just love watching my videos. But basically, what I'm going to tell you is very important. For anyone, it doesn't matter who you are. I have 800 and so odd friends on my friends list. It doesn't matter if I've ever talked to you. It doesn't matter if I've made mean comments to you because you've said something to me. None of that matters. If you're depressed and you need someone to talk to, you can talk to me. That is what You Are Not Alone is about. And coming from Carl, who posts funny pictures and rude, and he's very witty and mean, that means a lot. Especially since he's honest about it. And Carl, I added him. No, he liked my page when I had Megoostache, and I added him then. And we talked 4 or 5 times, and he's wicked cool, and I'm sure that he would be willing to talk to anyone about anything. And that's what I like most about Carl, is a page admin. And I'm getting sidetracked, but I'm going to go back to the main point of You Are Not Alone. Basically, it is to help the people who are depressed that are thinking about killing themselves. Basically, it's trying to help people before they kill themselves, rather than feel sympathy for them when they are or have killed themselves. So instead of feeling sorry for Amanda Todd and the 400 other people that have killed themselves since Amanda Todd, you should go out and you should talk to someone that needs help. And this video is about suicide, and if people need help, I would be willing to talk to them. And that could be, if people actually started doing this, there could be a stop or a huge decrease in suicide, and that could be very important, and that could be very helpful. I guess that's all you guys need to know. But